I want to test my minister. Please answer the question. Pak Tom.
Thank you.
I want to test again my minister, foreign minister. Please answer.
I understand, Mr. President, that my main responsibility as moderator is to make sure that you leave for your next function on time. And I will fulfill that obligation. But I did want to say modernization.
Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Apa kabar sahabat Henrys? Semoga sahabat Henrys dimanapun berada tetap sehat, tetap semangat ya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Nah, di video kali ini sahabat Henrys, setelah dari kemarin Bang Henrys mencoba searching, mencoba googling apa sih tema topik video yang kali ini akan Bang Henrys bahas. Nah, barusan coba buka kembali TikTok, install kembali TikTok. Coba-coba scroll dan akhirnya ada video pendek TikTok ya, momen-momen dimana Bapak Presiden kita Joko Widodo itu saat diwawancarai media tampaknya di luar negeri ya, ada kunjungan kerja di luar negeri. Pak Jokowi tidak bisa menjawab, bingung menjawabnya, bahkan menyerahkannya kepada menterinya. Dan tahu nggak sahabat Iris, saya kira itu cuma satu pertanyaan yang Pak Jokowi tidak bisa jawab atau bingung jawabnya. Ini malah dua pertanyaan loh sahabat Iris. Bahkan itu tampaknya ditertawakan di forum tersebut. Oke, tanpa berlama-lama kita simak saja videonya.
I think that your recognition of the imperative of reform in your country is highly important. Your vision of an Indonesia that is more active and constructive in world affairs is very significant. So I think I can speak for all of us that we hope you succeed. The people of Indonesia, I think, want you to succeed. Do you have time for a couple of questions?
Maybe one or two.
One or two? Well, we'll try.
Or three.
Yeah. I'd like to ask you about China. China's the largest country in East Asia in a number of ways. China presents all of its neighbors with opportunities, but it often creates frictions with its neighbors, sometimes even dangers. So that creates a challenge for any leader like yourself. How are you going to try to balance the opportunities off against the frictions and dangers going forward?
We see China as an important partner for Indonesia. We need to build strong cooperation with China because we send many of commodities to China. We export many of our commodities to China. We also see other countries such as United States, Russia, Japan, Middle East, Europe as an also important partner for Indonesia. And about the South China Sea, I told already in my speech that Indonesia is not part of the conflict. We need peace and stability in the region. And we want ASEAN countries and China to start discussing about the content of the COC, Code of Conduct, to start discussing element by element of the Code of Conduct. And Indonesia want to play an active role in this issue.
Okay, thank you very much. For the next question, I would like to call on Mr. James Castle. He is the founder and head of Castle Asia, a firm that's based in Jakarta and provides analysis of the business environment in Indonesia for a lot of firms. Jim?
My question relates to infrastructure and public-private partnerships. In your talk, you mentioned the progress that you've been making over the past year, and one of the obstacles to that progress is lack of adequate financing, and one of the solutions is public-private partnerships. These have been slow in forming. The previous government talked about them, but not many were forthcoming. Do you have any advice as to how the private sector, both domestic in Indonesia and internationally, particularly America, can play a more constructive role in Indonesia's infrastructure program? And what are some of the reasons that it's been slow? Do you still believe in public-private partnerships? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I want to test my minister. Please answer the question. But don't speak longer than my speech.
Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Talbot, Congressman Sherman, ladies and gentlemen. So, Jim, I think the answer is very much that we absolutely believe in public-private partnership.
Mr. President, I was impressed with this exchange at how good a chief executive you are. You know how to delegate responsibility without giving up power. For the next question, I would like to call on Ambassador David Merrill. He previously served the United States in the Republic of Indonesia. The mic's coming. David, it's very nice to have you with us.
Mr. President, your administration has emphasized the importance of people-to-people relations, including close relationships between you and your own people, as well as a people-to-people dimension as part of your global diplomacy. As you seek ways to strengthen the U.S.-Indonesia, or I should say Indonesia-U.S. strategic partnership over the next 5 years, what role do you see for the greater participation by civil society groups in both countries? Thank you.
I want to test again my minister, foreign minister. Please answer.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Hopefully that I will be able to pass the standard of the President to explain to you about the, to respond to David's question about the track 2.
I understand, Mr. President, that my main responsibility as moderator is to make sure that you leave for your next function on time. And I will fulfill that obligation. But I did want to say just one thing in conclusion. I was very struck with what you said about Islam being compatible with democracy, Islam being compatible with modernization. I think these are very important insights, and they are important not just in Indonesia, but around the world. But the future of democracy will be much better served and have much greater promise if Indonesia succeeds. And so we wish you all the best in your effort.
Dan di sini Bang Heris melihat kemampuan bahasa Inggris Bapak Presiden kita. Dari intonasi bicaranya, Pak Jokowi tampak berhati-hati. Perlu latihan berbicara dalam bahasa Inggris apalagi ini forum internasional, ini sepertinya di luar negeri, tapi nggak tahu juga persisnya di mana. Nanti saya coba search kira tempatnya di mana. Kalau kalian tahu komen di bawah ya. Saat dia meminta menterinya untuk menjelaskan dari pertanyaan tersebut, itu tampak di forum tersebut menertawakan gitu loh ya, dan di akhir video juga seperti menertawakan gitu loh. Dan situ tampak juga tadi belum selesai acara, Pak Jokowi pingin cepat berdiri gitu loh, padahal belum selesai gitu. Akhirnya duduk kembali. Cara duduk beliau pun tampaknya pingin cepat selesai sesi tanya jawab tersebut. Dan kita perhatikan saat dia minum itu mungkin ingin menutupi supaya tidak kelihatan gugup atau apa. Tampaknya seperti itu ya. Bagaimana menurut kalian sahabat Indonesia? Juga bagaimana dengan Gibran? Apakah Jokowi kemampuan bahasa Inggrisnya lebih jago daripada Gibran? Komen juga di bawah ya. Presiden, calon presiden 3 orang, dan juga cawapresnya. Kira-kira yang kemampuan bahasa Inggrisnya di atas rata-rata siapa? Komen di bawah ya sahabat Indonesia. Oke, itu saja video reaction kali ini. Thank you for your attention. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.